Top 10 Netflix Adventure Movies. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel, Netflix Tops, where we will tell you all about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So, grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of this video, because in today's video, we are going to list the top 10 Netflix adventure movies. So, let's get started. Number 10. Written and directed by Jeff Nicholas, Midnight Special is a 2016 American science fiction film. The movie follows Alton Meyer, a boy unlike any other in the world with bizarrely powerful abilities and strange weaknesses. In the middle of the night, his father, Roy, spirits him away from an isolated cult that practically worships him and is determined to regain him at all costs. At the same time, Alton's abilities have been noticed by the US government as well, and they are equally insistent on getting to the bottom of this mystery, with Paul Sevier of the National Security Agency leading the federal pursuit with his own questions. These rival hunts force father and son into a desperate run toward a looming date with destiny that could change everything. Number 9. A 2018 Icelandic survival drama film, Arctic, is directed by Joe Penna, and the film is an international co-production between Iceland and the United States. The film stars Mads Mikkelsen as a man stranded in the Arctic, and how he manages to get out of there in the face of all the problems. After surviving a plane crash in the middle of the Arctic, Overgaard is left to use his survival training to help fight for his life in one of the most inhospitable places in the world. And although Overgaard looks to be making all the correct calls in an effort to stay alive, it always feels as though the Arctic is always one step ahead in making his life that bit more miserable. With a single character focus, minimal dialogue, and a moody edit, the film manages to make you feel like you're surviving the Arctic horrors with Overgaard. Number 8. Based in part on Michael Punk's 2002 novel of the same name, The Revenant is a 2015 American epic revisionist Western survival drama film directed by Alejandro González Iñárritu. While exploring uncharted wilderness in 1823, legendary frontiersman Hugh Glass sustains injuries from a brutal bear attack. When his hunting team leaves him for dead, Glass must utilize his survival skills to find a way back home while avoiding natives on their own hunt. Grief-stricken and fueled by vengeance, Glass treks through the wintry terrain to track down John Fitzgerald, the former confidant who betrayed and abandoned him. Number 7. An adaptation of Jules Verne's 1864 novel Journey to the Center of the Earth is a 2008 American 3D science fiction fantasy action-adventure film directed by Eric Brevik. In the movie, Professor Trevor Anderson receives his teenage nephew Sean Anderson, who will spend 10 days with his uncle while his mother, Elizabeth, prepares to move to Canada. She gives a box to Trevor that belongs to his missing brother Max, and inside, Trevor finds a book with references to the last journey of his brother. So he decides to follow the steps of Max with Sean, and they travel to Iceland, where they meet the guide Hannah Adrianson. While climbing a mountain, there is a thunderstorm and they protect themselves in a cave. However, lightning collapses the entrance and the trio is trapped in the cave. After that, they seek an exit and fall into a hole, discovering a lost world in the center of the earth. Number 6. Directed by Guy Ritchie, Sherlock Holmes is a 2019 period mystery action film based on the character of the same name. After finally catching serial killer and occult sorcerer Lord Blackwood, legendary sleuth Sherlock Holmes and his assistant Dr. Watson can close yet another successful case. But when Blackwood mysteriously returns from the grave and resumes his killing spree, Holmes must take up the hunt once again. Contending with his partner's new fiancée and the dim-witted head of Scotland Yard, the dauntless detective must unravel the clues that will lead him into a twisted web of murder, deceit, and black magic, and the deadly embrace of temptress Irene Adler. Number 5. A 2017 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character Spider-Man is titled SpiderMan Homecoming, and it is co-produced by Columbia Pictures and Marvel Studios. It is the second Spider-Man film reboot and the 16th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in which Peter Parker tries to balance high school life with being Spider-Man while facing the Vulture. The movie revolves around young Peter Parker, who begins to navigate his newfound identity as the web-slinging superhero Spider-Man. Thrilled by his experience with the Avengers, Peter returns home, where he lives with his Aunt May, and under the watchful eye of his new mentor Tony Stark, Peter tries to fall back into his normal daily routine, distracted by thoughts of proving himself to be more than just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But when the Vulture emerges as a new villain, everything that Peter holds most important is threatened, and he must use all of his strength to fight back with the new evil. Number 4. Based on a story by Bull, Triple Frontier is a 2019 American action-adventure film directed by J.C. Chander. The movie received positive reviews from all over the world and earned a score of 71% on Rotten Tomatoes. The movie tells the story of 5 former Special Forces operatives which reunite to plan a heist in a sparsely populated multi-border zone of South America. For the first time in their prestigious careers, these unsung heroes undertake this dangerous mission for themselves instead of the country. But when events take an unexpected turn and threaten to spiral out of control, their skills, their loyalties, and their morals are pushed to a breaking point in an epic battle for survival. Number 3. In 1984, American action film directed by John Milius is titled Red Dawn, and it was the first film to be released in the US with a PG-13 rating. The story follows a group of American high school students who resist the occupation with guerrilla warfare, naming themselves the Wolverines after their high school mascot. In the movie From Out of the Sky, Soviet, Nicaraguan, and Cuban troops begin landing on the football field of the Colorado High School, and in a matter of few seconds, the paratroopers attack the school and send a group of teenagers fleeing into the mountains. Armed only with hunting rifles, pistols, and bows and arrows, the teens struggle to survive the bitter winter and the Soviet KGB patrols hunting for them. Eventually, trouble arises when they kill a group of Soviet soldiers on patrol in the highlands. And soon after that, they wage their own guerrilla warfare against the invading Soviet troops under the banner of Wolverines. Number 2. Based on the novel of the same name by William Giraldi, Hold the Dark is a 2018 American action thriller film directed by Jeremy Saulnier. With a score of 71% on Rotten Tomatoes, the movie became a major hit film of 2018. The movie tells the story of a retired naturalist and wolf expert named Russell Core, who journeys to the edge of civilization in northern Alaska. At the pleading of Medra Sloan, a young mother whose son was killed by a pack of wolves. As Core attempts to help Medora track down the wolves who took her son, a strange and dangerous relationship develops between the two lonely souls. But when Medora's husband, Vernon, returns home from the Iraq War, the news of his child's death ignites a violent chain of events because, as a local cop, Donald Merriam races to stop Vernon's vengeful rage. Core is forced on a perilous odyssey into the heart of darkness. Number 1. A 2019 American fantasy adventure comedy film, Jumanji: The Next Level, is directed by Jake Kasdan. It is a sequel to the 2017 Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, which is the second follow-up to the 1995 Jumanji, and is the 4th installment in the Jumanji franchise. The gang is back, but the game has changed. The film's plot takes place 2 years after Welcome to the Jungle, in which the same group of teenagers, along with an old friend and 2 unwilling additions, become trapped in Jumanji once again. As they return to Jumanji to rescue one of their own, they discover that nothing is as they expect. The players will have to brave parts unknown and unexplored, from the arid deserts to the snowy mountains, in order to escape the world's most dangerous game. And this brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.